Good afternoon, boys. Last time we have seen the concept of law of conservation of momentum, and we have seen that when torque acting on the body is zero, then angular momentum is conserved or constant. And we have seen the example also how the ballet dancer and the drivers use this concept while performing their performance. Let us go further. The next point of this chapter, the concept of kinetic energy of the rolling body. In examination, question can be asked, obtain expression for kinetic energy for the rolling body. So see kinetic energy of a rolling body. So for this, we have to consider a typical body. The body like sphere or cylinder which is rolling on the surface, horizontal surface like this. See diagram. A sphere or cylinder is moving like this. So two things are there. The body actually moves from point A to point B. So when body moves from point 1 to point B, point A to point B, it is called as translational motion. The body actually moves from one place to the other place. It is called as translational motion or linear motion. At the same time, the body is circulating like this. So we can say that it is rotating. So there are two types of motion. One is translational motion or linear motion, and second is because of its rotation, it has rotational motion. So we can say that clearly there are two types of motion, namely translational motion and rotational motion. So in case of rolling of the body, there is a combination of two motions, namely translational motion, or we can say that linear motion, and second type of motion is the rotational motion. So accordingly, when body is in motion, it must have some kinetic energy. So this body which is moving has some motion, must have some kinetic energy. So we can say that the kinetic energy, which is a combination of two types of energy, kinetic energy due to the linear motion or translational motion, and second is the kinetic energy due to the rotation. So we can say that total kinetic energy of the body is nothing but kinetic energy because of linear motion plus kinetic energy because of rotational motion. We know standard formula for kinetic energy for linear motion or translational motion 1/2 mv square. This is standard formula for kinetic energy for linear motion or translational motion plus the kinetic energy for rotational motion. We have seen this article. For rotating body, the kinetic energy is given by 1/2 m 1/2 I omega square. We have seen the concept of I. I is very similar to the mass. Moment of inertia and mass both are analogous quantities or similar quantities. 1/2 mv square plus 1/2 I omega square. We have seen the concept of this. Moment of inertia plays the role in rotational motion, which is same as the role played by mass in linear motion. So moment of inertia and mass both are similar quantities. So 1/2 mv square and here 1/2 I omega square. The standard formula is there, where capital M is the mass of the body, V linear velocity, or we can say that translational velocity, and omega is angular velocity because of its rotation. But we know that the standard formula for I, we have seen yesterday the concept of radius of gyration. I is given by m into k square. We have seen the concept of k. K indicates radius of gyration. So we can express capital I in terms of radius of gyration. That means m into k square. And also we know that we express in terms of omega. V is equal to r omega. So we get omega is equal to v upon r. So we convert this I in terms of mk square and we convert omega in terms of v upon r. So putting all these values in this equation, put the values of I and omega in equation this. After putting, we get E is equal to 1/2 mv square as it is, no change, plus 1 half k square v square upon r bracket square. So clearly 1 upon 2 is here in the first term, 1 upon 2 is also here. So we can take 1 upon 2 as a common from both terms. Similarly, we can see capital M, it's common in this term also and in the second term also. Similarly, we can understand that v square here and here v upon r bracket square is there, it means v square is also there. So we can take 1 half mv square as a common from first term and second term. So we get 1 half mv square in a bracket, what we get 1. This term totally taken outside. So 1 plus k square here as it is, and upon this r bracket square, it means r square. So we get 1 half mv square in the bracket 1 plus k upon r square. So this gives us total kinetic energy for the rolling body. An exam question can be asked, obtain expression for kinetic energy for the rolling body. So we should know how to calculate this. Just now we have seen the concept of kinetic energy for the rolling body without slipping. Now let us go further. An examination question can be asked, obtain expression for velocity and acceleration along inclined plane for the body which is rolling along the inclined plane. So let us see the rolling body along the inclined plane without slipping. So for that we require this diagram. So consider this diagram. What do you observe here? There is the horizontal direction. This is the inclined plane. There are 2 points, point A and point B. What do you observe here? At the topmost point, kinetic energy is 0. And here at bottom point, at horizontal surface, at point B, there is a potential energy 0. So here 2 points, point A and point B are important. Suppose the distance between the point A and point B, that means length of this inclined plane is suppose S, and height of this typical inclined plane is H. So clearly we can understand that this is right angle triangle, and in the right angle triangle we can apply trigonometric ratios. So we get H is equal to S sin theta. Simple mathematics is there. So consider a body of mass capital M. So this body of mass capital M and radius capital R rolling on an inclined plane. Suppose theta, this angle theta is the angle of inclination of the inclined plane with respect to horizontal. Now we want to find out expression for velocity. We want to find out expression for v, a linear velocity, or we can say that translational velocity. So let initially the body is placed at top point A. So body is placed at this typical point A, which is at rest. Initially body is placed at the rest. So we can say that initially velocity of the body u is equal to 0. Therefore by definition kinetic energy is nothing but 1 half mv square. In this case we use the symbol u. So 1 half mu square is equal to 1 half m in a bracket 0. Initially rest position velocity is 0. So we get 0. So we get kinetic energy is equal to 0. But potential energy is given by m into g into h. Standard formula is there. So this typical height is there. So because of this height, it must have some energy because of its position. So we get total energy at point A is equal to combination of kinetic energy plus potential energy, or we can say that mgh plus 0. So we get mgh is equal to total energy at point A. I'll call this equation number 1. So energy at point A is given by mgh. Now at the bottom point, see diagram, at the bottom point height with respect to horizontal is 0. So clearly potential energy, that means mgh, m into g into h, h indicates height. So height of this point B with respect to horizontal is 0. So we get clearly mgh, potential energy as the 0. So we get potential energy mgh, mg into 0 is equal to 0. But kinetic energy is not equal to 0, and it is given by two types of kinetic energy, namely translational energy and second is rotational energy. And just now we have seen the standard formula. We obtain expression for energy, kinetic energy 1/2 mv square plus in a bracket 1 plus k square upon r square. This indicates total energy at point A. So we can say that total energy at point B, bottom point, is the combination of two types of energy, potential energy and kinetic energy. So clearly potential energy at bottom point is 0, but kinetic energy exists. So total energy at point B will be only kinetic energy, that means 1/2 mv square in bracket 1 plus k square upon r square, equation 2. So I have seen equation 1 and equation 2, total energy at point A and total energy at point B, at top point, at bottom point. So here at point A, total energy is nothing but potential energy, and here at bottom point, total energy is nothing but the kinetic energy. So we can say that by law of conservation of energy, total energy at point A is equal to total energy at point B, or we can say that energy lost at point A is equal to energy gain at point B. So here we can say that energy at point A and energy at point B both should be equal by using the concept of law of conservation of energy. So we can say that the total energy at point A is equal to total energy at point B. At point A, energy is mgh, and at point B we have seen expression 1/2 mv square in bracket 1 plus k square upon r square. We want to find out expression for v square. So this capital M and this small m both are same body is moving from point A to point B. So this small m and this capital M is equal, so we can cancel it. So we get mgh, so m is get cancel here. So we get gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square is equal to 1/2 mv square. So we get v square is equal to this expression twice gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square. We want to find out expression for v square. So take roots of both sides. So we get under root v square is equal to this twice gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square. So perfect square will be outside. So v is equal to under root twice gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square. This is our required expression for linear velocity. Let us go further. Now sometimes question is asked, obtain expression for linear acceleration A. Again same diagram is there. The body is moving from point A to point B. Initial velocity u is equal to 0, and here at this typical point velocity is v. So by third kinematical equation we get standard formula v square is equal to u square plus twice s. So v is existing. In place of u we write 0 because initially body at point A is rest position, so 0. So v square is equal to 0 square plus twice s. So we get twice as equal to v square. Clearly this 2, so in place of v square, just now we have seen the expression in previous article. So in place of v square we write twice gh upon 1 plus k square upon r square. 2 get cancelled. So in place of h we write s sin theta. See here in this typical diagram we get h equal to s sin theta. So putting here we get this value, s get cancelled. So what is remaining? So h is equal to s sin theta. To understand this, consider this diagram. In this typical diagram there is a right angle. Angle is theta here. At this typical point there is 90-degree angle is there. So we can apply trigonometric ratios. Sin theta is equal to opposite side h divided by hypotenuse. So we get sin theta is equal to h upon s, or we can say that h is equal to s into sin theta. So we get h equal to s sin theta. So we get this value in this equation. We get as equal to g s sin theta upon 1 plus k square upon r square. Clearly this s and this s get cancelled. So what we get, a is equal to g sin theta upon 1 plus k square upon r square. This is our required expression. So in examination question can be asked, obtain expression for acceleration for a rolling body along inclined plane. So either velocity or acceleration, out of these two normally one is asked. So prepare properly according to given question. So chapter finished here. Now next time we'll see examples on this chapter. Now we stop here.